You found this message at the exact moment you were meant to. Even if right now you feel lost, confused, overwhelmed, or unsure of who you're becoming, something inside you guided you here. Something deep, something ancient, something powerful, because your hidden energy, the part of you that has been quiet for years, the part of you that was buried beneath responsibilities, expectations, pain, and survival, is beginning to awaken. You may not fully understand what's happening in your life right now, but your soul does. It knows, it has always known. Feeling lost doesn't mean you're failing. Feeling lost means you're shifting. Feeling lost means the old version of you is dissolving and the new version of you is rising. And between those two worlds, there is confusion, silence, emptiness, and uncertainty. But that space in between is where your awakening begins. That space in between is where your hidden energy first starts to move. There are moments in life where your soul will pull you away from everything familiar, not to punish you, not to isolate you, but to bring you back to yourself, to clear out the noise, to quiet the chaos, to remove the energies that no longer match the person you're becoming. That's why you feel separated from old friends, old habits, old environments, old versions of yourself. You're not losing your life, you're shedding what no longer belongs in it. This is why your emotions feel different lately, why your intuition feels louder, why your heart feels heavier sometimes, why your sleep has changed, why your energy rises and falls unpredictably. You're not broken, you're awakening. Your spirit is shifting dimensions, your identity is rearranging itself, and while your mind is trying to make sense of all this change, your soul is already moving forward. Your hidden energy awakens in the moments when you feel most alone. Because solitude is where truth whispers. Solitude is where healing begins. Solitude is where your soul reveals what your mind has been too loud to hear. When life pushes you into silence, it's preparing you to rediscover the voice within you that you abandoned long ago. The voice of your intuition, the voice of your strength, the voice of your purpose. You've spent so much of your life trying to be strong for others, trying not to show your pain, trying to hold everything together, and you did. You survived storms other people never even saw. You carried weights that were never meant to be yours. You fought battles silently, hoping someone would notice your exhaustion. But even in those moments of darkness, something inside you refused to give up. That part of you, the part that wouldn't quit, even when everything felt impossible, is the very energy awakening right now. Your hidden energy isn't loud or aggressive. It doesn't rise violently. It rises slowly, quietly, gently. You notice it first when you start questioning things you once accepted, when you start wanting more peace and less chaos, when you start pulling away from people who drain you, when you stop tolerating the things that no longer align with your spirit. These aren't random changes. These are signs your soul is repairing itself. You may feel like you're falling apart, but what's actually happening is that you're falling back into alignment. Your spirit is removing everything that blocks your growth, old beliefs, old fears, old attachments, old versions of yourself. That removal process feels like loss, but it's liberation. You're not losing anything meant for your future. You're only shedding what cannot come with you. Your hidden energy, the deepest, truest, most powerful part of you, is awakening because you're finally ready. Ready to heal, ready to rise, ready to understand who you really are. You've spent so long limiting yourself out of fear, out of doubt, out of conditioning. You've dimmed your light because you didn't want to stand out. You've silenced your voice because you didn't want to offend. You've played small because you didn't realize how powerful you truly are. But now, your spirit is done hiding, your energy is done shrinking, your soul is done waiting. There is an intelligence within you that has never left you, not even in your darkest moments. It guided you through heartbreak. It whispered to you when you were confused. It protected you from people who were not aligned with your growth. It nudged you to walk away from what wasn't meant for you. And now that intelligence is rising to the surface. Your intuition is becoming your compass. Your emotions are becoming your teachers. Your energy is becoming your strength. Feeling lost is not a sign that you're going backwards. It's a sign you're stepping into a life you've never lived before. And of course it feels strange. Of course it feels unfamiliar. You're not meant to go back. You're meant to move forward even when the path is hidden. The universe reveals the way only when you're ready to walk it. You don't need to see the whole future. You just need to feel the next step. And if you listen closely, your soul is already telling you what to do. Your hidden energy awakens when you stop forcing and start feeling. When you stop pretending and start listening. When you stop controlling and start trusting. When you stop holding on and start releasing. Awakening always requires surrender because you cannot step into your highest self while clinging to your lowest fear. Your sensitivity is increasing because you're tuning into energies you used to ignore. You feel people's intentions before they speak. You sense when something is off. You detect when someone's words don't match their energy. This isn't overthinking, it's spiritual awareness. This sensitivity is not a weakness. It's a superpower, and it's becoming stronger every day. Even the exhaustion you feel is not random. Your body is recalibrating. Your spirit is expanding. Your energy system is adjusting to a higher vibration. You are becoming someone who operates from intuition instead of fear, from truth instead of illusion, from alignment instead of pressure. And transformation takes energy. Growth takes energy. Awakening takes energy. The reason you feel lost is because your old identity is dissolving. You're not the same person you were last year, not the same person you were last month, not even the same person you were yesterday. You're evolving sometimes so quickly that your mind struggles to keep up. Give yourself grace, give yourself patience. You're becoming someone extraordinary. And soon, the confusion will turn into clarity, the heaviness will turn into strength, the loneliness will turn into alignment, the silence will turn into understanding, the darkness will turn into light. Your hidden energy is awakening. And this is only the beginning, because every moment of confusion you're experiencing right now is part of your transformation. You are shedding the weight of old expectations, old fears, old identities, and even old dreams that no longer match the person you're becoming. You're not failing, you're evolving. You're not lost, you're being redirected. You're not empty, you're being cleared so something greater can enter your life. As your hidden energy awakens, you're beginning to see yourself more clearly than ever before. You're starting to understand your patterns. You're beginning to recognize when your intuition speaks. You're noticing when your spirit pulls you away from certain people, certain environments, and certain habits. These aren't coincidences. These are signs of alignment. You are stepping into a higher frequency, and because of that, anything built on the lower frequency naturally falls away. This is why certain friendships feel distant now. This is why certain conversations no longer excite you. This is why certain goals no longer matter to you the way they once did. Your soul is shifting your priorities. The things you once cared deeply about feel irrelevant because they belong to an old version of you, a version you are outgrowing. When your energy rises, your desires rise with it. You begin wanting things that match your future, not your past. Look at your recent emotions, the tension, the confusion, the sudden sadness, the sudden moments of peace. These are energetic signals. Your soul is clearing emotional debris that you've carried for years. The heaviness is your release. The emptiness is your reset. The clarity is your restoration. And the calm moments you feel, even if they last only a few seconds, are glimpses of the new energy you're stepping into. Your hidden energy awakens strongest when life breaks your routines, when the path you relied on suddenly disappears, when the people you depended on suddenly change. When your comfort zones crumble, when the old ways stop working, that's when the universe is trying to get your attention, because comfort rarely creates growth. But discomfort cracks you open so your light can finally breathe. And even though feeling lost can be frightening, it is also sacred. The greatest transformations of your life will always begin with uncertainty, not clarity, not confidence, not a perfect plan, but confusion. Why? Because when everything familiar falls away, you begin seeing who you really are beneath it all. There's a divine intelligence guiding your path, even when you can't see it. Think of the moments you weren't sure you would survive, yet you did. Think of the situations you thought would break you, yet you rose. Think of the endings you thought were failures, yet they cleared the way for your next chapter. There is a pattern to your life, a rhythm, a purpose, and your awakening is the moment you become aware of it. You are not lost. You are being guided by something wiser than your mind, something deeper than your thoughts. Your spirit knows exactly where it's leading you, even if your mind doesn't understand the direction. That's why you feel torn between who you used to be and who you feel yourself becoming. That tension is the bridge between your past and your future. And the more you walk across it, the stronger the pull becomes. Your hidden energy awakens when you begin trusting yourself more than the noise around you. When you begin listening to that gentle inner voice that says, "You're meant for more." When you begin sensing that your life is shifting. When you begin noticing patterns and synchronicities that confirm what your soul already knows. You might be seeing repeating numbers. You might be hearing the same messages from different places. You might be feeling nudges that won't go away. These are not signs of coincidence. These are signs of awakening. You may feel emotional lately, tears appearing suddenly, old memories resurfacing, random waves of sadness or longing. This is healing. This is release. Your soul is cleansing your energy system. Everything you never had the chance to process is coming up now, so you can finally let it go. You are not falling apart. You are falling into alignment. And as this hidden energy continues to awaken, you will notice subtle but powerful changes in yourself. You will no longer tolerate disrespect. You will no longer force relationships that drain you. You will no longer chase validation. You will no longer silence your truth. You will no longer dim your light to make others comfortable. These changes aren't random. They are the results of your rising vibration. You are remembering your worth. You are remembering your power. You are remembering your purpose. You are remembering who you really are. The world taught you to play small, but your soul is teaching you to expand. Life taught you to suppress your emotions, but your inner truth is teaching you to feel again. You were conditioned to survive, but you were born to evolve. This awakening is your invitation to rise above the version of yourself who carried pain silently, who accepted less than you deserved, who doubted your own potential. This new version of you will move through the world differently. You will speak differently. You will think differently. You will choose differently. You will sense energies more sharply. You will trust your intuition more deeply. You will carry a type of peace that cannot be shaken by external chaos. You will begin aligning with opportunities that match your highest vibration. This is the power awakening inside you. Feeling lost is not the end. It is the beginning of a higher direction. You are not meant to return to who you were. You are meant to rise into who you are becoming. The pain that once made you question everything will soon make you understand everything. Your confusion will turn into clarity. Your emptiness will turn into purpose. Your heaviness will turn into strength. And slowly your life will begin to shift. New people will enter your world. Old habits will fall away. Unexpected opportunities will appear. Moments of alignment will multiply. And everything that once felt impossible will begin to feel natural. Your hidden energy is awakening, and the world around you will awaken with it. And as this awakening deepens, you will begin to understand why everything had to happen the way it did. All the moments where you felt lost, all the nights you cried quietly, all the times you felt misunderstood, all the situations that left you questioning yourself. They were not punishment. They were preparation. They were shaping you for the person you are stepping into now. You weren't being broken. You were being opened. You weren't being abandoned. You were being aligned. Your hidden energy is not something new. It is something ancient within you, remembering itself. You've always had this strength. You've always had this intuition. You've always had this power. But life covered it with layers of fear, doubt, survival, heartbreak, and silence. Now, those layers are falling away. Now, your true essence is revealing itself. Now, the light inside you is ready to be seen. You may have felt like you were stuck in the same patterns over and over again, but the truth is that you were being shown what needed to be healed. Every cycle repeated because something within you wanted to finally be acknowledged, released, understood. You weren't stuck. You were being asked to grow. And now that growth is beginning to take place. You are breaking the very cycles that once held you captive. Your hidden energy awakens when you stop forcing your life to make sense and start allowing your life to unfold. You don't need to control everything. Your spirit already knows the way. You don't need to chase what is meant for you. It will come when you rise to its vibration. You don't need to fear losing people. The ones aligned with your evolution will stay, and the ones that aren't will quietly fade. Your energy is becoming magnetic, and magnetism always begins with inner truth. You're starting to feel a quiet shift inside you, a sense that something new is coming, even if you can't explain it. A sense that this time in your life is different. A sense that your soul is preparing you for something meaningful. That feeling is real. That feeling is guidance. That feeling is your awakening speaking to you. You will soon reach a point where everything that once confused you will make perfect sense. You will look back and understand why certain people walked away, why certain opportunities didn't work out, why certain phases of your life felt heavy, why certain moments felt unbearable. You'll realize they weren't mistakes, they were redirections. Doors closing doesn't mean you failed, it means you're being walked toward a door that won't require you to struggle to open. You are learning to navigate life with your inner compass instead of external approval. You are beginning to trust your own voice, not the voice shaped by fear, but the voice shaped by truth. And that voice will lead you away from anything that isn't meant for you, no matter how familiar it once felt. Because your soul is more loyal to your growth than your comfort. As your hidden energy awakens, you will notice your boundaries strengthening. You'll find it easier to say no. You'll feel less guilt when you choose yourself. You'll stop engaging with people who drain your energy. You'll stop explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You'll stop holding on to things that aren't aligned with your spirit. This is not you becoming cold. This is you becoming conscious. You are realizing that your energy is valuable, your peace is sacred, your heart is deserving of protection, your dreams deserve space to grow, and your intuition deserves your trust. Once you begin honoring these truths, everything in your life begins to shift into alignment. People may not understand your transformation. They may say you've changed. They may say you've become distant. They may say you're not the same, but that's exactly the point. You were never meant to stay the same. Growth requires evolution. Awakening requires shedding. Becoming requires releasing. You are not here to live someone else's version of your life. You are here to rise into your own. The confusion you feel right now is temporary. The clarity you're seeking is already on its way. The heaviness you're carrying is being lifted piece by piece. The path you can't see yet will become visible when you're ready to walk it. Your intuition will guide you step by step, choice by choice, breath by breath. Your hidden energy awakens each time you choose faith over fear, each time you choose healing over repeating the past, each time you choose truth over comfort, each time you choose alignment over approval, each time you choose yourself, not selfishly, but soulfully. And soon, there will be a moment where you will feel it, A moment where something inside you clicks. A moment where you suddenly understand your own power. A moment where you feel connected, grounded, awake. A moment where everything that once made you feel lost becomes the reason you feel found. The version of you that is emerging now is wiser, gentler, stronger, more intuitive, more aware, more in tune with your purpose, more connected to your spirit, more aligned with the life you are meant to live. This awakening is not happening to you. It is happening for you. You are being guided, protected, supported, and elevated in ways you cannot yet see, but you will soon, very soon. Your hidden energy is rising to the surface, and once it fully awakens, you will no longer fear being lost, because you will understand that everything you were searching for was always inside you, not in the world, not in other people, not in external success, but in your own soul. You are coming home to yourself. You are returning to your truth. You are stepping into your highest timeline, and nothing in your life will ever be the same again. You are awakening, and this time, you will not fall back asleep.